In this video, I'm going to provide you guys with 5 tips on how to create a YouTube studio in a small portion of your house. And that could be anywhere in your house, like a bedroom, spare room, or the basement like mine here. Stick around until the end of the video, as I'll be providing a bonus tip on how to make sure your YouTube setup stays exactly where you want it to, even if you need to move some of the parts around. Hey guys, what's up? It's Scott Clark with Scooter Media, and today we're talking about my recently built YouTube studio in the basement and what it takes to build one similar. I regularly work all day in this space and wanted to share some tips on how to efficiently build a great looking space for your YouTube videos. On this channel, we provide filmmaking tutorials and tips and tricks, as well as doing some gear reviews. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, find a spot that's going to work. I think the most important step is to find a spot in your house or apartment that is going to work for you. There are a lot of things to consider when doing this, and for me the sound was the biggest issue I had to deal with. I am set up in the basement, so one of the things I needed to think about was people walking upstairs. I live here with my wife and 2 daughters, and if they are walking around upstairs, you can definitely hear it. I'm also currently set up beside the furnace room, so when I record a video, I need to turn off the furnace or the noise can be heard on the video. You're going to want as much privacy as possible when recording your videos, so it is very important to pick a spot in your place that is going to work for you and anyone else that lives there. Tip number 2, invest in a wide-angle lens. When creating a YouTube studio in a small space, you're going to want to invest in a wide-angle lens. The reason you're going to want a wide-angle lens is that it allows you to get closer to the lens while recording, while still giving you that mid-shot look. Another reason a wide-angle lens works well here is it will give the illusion that the small space you're in is actually larger than it really is. I personally use the Sigma 18-35 f1.8 lens for my videos. It is an APS-C format lens, so it will not work on a full-frame camera unless the camera does have a crop mode like my Canon R6, but in my opinion is one of the best wide-angle zoom lenses around. And even though it isn't the widest lens you can buy, it's really sharp and provides some beautiful bokeh and depth of field and works really well for my situation. I will provide links in the description below to purchase all the items we're going to talk about today. Tip number 3, use a photo paper backdrop. The one thing that I purchased that really changed the look of my space was the Neewer 3-roller background support system. It comes with 2 mounting brackets, 3 chains, and 6 expansion bars to hang 3 rolls of photo paper. The nice thing about this system is when you're not using it, it tucks away and is barely noticeable. When you do want to use it, you just roll down the one you want and there are no stands to get in the way. You're probably going to want to invest in some aluminum tubes to put the paper on as well. If you don't, the paper will eventually sag and it will ruin the paper, which is quite expensive. Lastly, you have to purchase the paper, and I have purchased 3 different color rolls of 86-inch wide Savage Seamless paper, which I'm very pleased with. The Savage Seamless paper comes in just about any color you want, and it's quite thick and easy to work with. The one thing that I really like about this unit is that I can get many different looks between changing the paper and changing the lighting. Tip number 4, lights, lights, lights. No matter the size of the space of your studio, you're going to need some lights, or at least one light. If you happen to have a window in your space, you may be able to get away with using the natural light from the window, but for most cases you're going to need at least one light. For my space here, I had already owned the Aperture 672 light that I use for my key light, as well as my Aperture 198 light that I use as a hair light. What I did purchase just for this space was the GVM RGB LED 50RS 2-light kit. These are reasonably priced RGB lights that allow me to change the color of my background when using the light gray or white seamless paper. In my case, I have the light gray paper, and as you can see here, I can basically make it any color that I want, which provides some production value to my videos. Tip number 5, get a height adjustable desk. This one is kind of optional, but for me it's been a real game changer. I purchased the Seville Classics Airlift height adjustable desk in white. And the reason I really like this desk is that it's kind of like a 2-in-1 desk for me. I can use it to sit at to present videos like I am today, or I can raise it up to stand to show off products or other things on the actual desk. It can be lowered to a minimum height of 29 inches and raised to a maximum height of 47 inches. It has 3 memory modes to quickly adjust to your favorite heights, as well as a drawer and 2 USB charging ports. It has a glass top, which also allows you to use dry erase markers to actually write directly on the desk. This thing has really come in handy, and I'm really pleased with how it functions and how I've been able to use it. As I mentioned earlier, I will provide links to all the products in the description below. They are affiliate links, and as an Amazon associate, I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. And you don't even have to purchase one of those products. Just click on one of the links and purchase whatever you want to on Amazon, and this will really help to keep the channel going and it's greatly appreciated. So thank you to anyone purchasing items using those links. I do appreciate it. I am going to finish up the video in a second, but first let's ask today's question for comments. And today's question is a 2-for-1, and it is, where are you set up and what's in your studio? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear where you guys have your studio set up and what it includes. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. Today's bonus tip is to mark the spots of all the objects in your studio once you're happy with your setup. I probably moved things around 20 times until I was happy with where everything was. Once I was happy and I knew that I wanted things to stay where they were, I marked the floor with tape so that if I need to move anything around, I know exactly where to put it back so that all of my videos stay consistent. If you guys found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please think about subscribing. Thanks for watching today's video. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.